Hello and welcome to Enthusiast. In this video, I'll be fixing this device, the LG G7 Thinq. The LG G7 Thinq is a flagship device from 2018. This device also features the Snapdragon 845 chipset. It comes with 4 GB of RAM and also 64 GB of internal storage. One another nice feature from this device is that it has a built-in quad DAC, so it's very good for music streaming. First, we should start by seeing if the device even boots. As you can see, the device boots, but with the cracks on the screen, the device in this condition is unusable. We should also turn off the phone before starting the repair. First, you should start by removing the rear glass. I have previously disassembled this phone, so that's why it's so easy to remove. But to remove it, you need a heat gun and a prying tool to get under the glass. Let's start assembling the screwdriver, because there are so many screws waiting for us. After that, we should start by unscrewing the bottom speaker and also the antennas and the wireless charging coil. After removing the two plastic pieces, we should start always by unplugging the battery from the motherboard. After that, we have the front-facing camera, the screen flex cable and also a bottom antenna. Shortly after removing all the flex connectors, the motherboard is ready to come out. After that, we can remove the front-facing camera from the frame. Second after the front-facing camera, we have the battery. With the battery, we need to be very careful. For removing it, we're gonna use a heat gun or isopropyl alcohol to soften the adhesive. Down at the bottom of the device, we're going to have to unplug our headphone jack in order to remove the charging dock. After removing the headphone jack, the charging dock is free to come out. At the top of the phone we have the vibration motor, which we need to remove and to transfer to the new frame. At the top of the phone we also have the front-facing speaker. Gently pry under it in order to remove it. If your new frame doesn't have cooling, transfer the old cooling to the new frame. Some replacement frames do not come with installed buttons, so in order to use your phone properly, you need to remove the buttons from your old frame and transfer them to the new one. I would also suggest to organize your parts, so it's easier to know which one goes where. Here's my replacement screen, which I have bought from AliExpress. It cost me around $25, so this repair will be quite cheap. This screen also comes with frame and also a few other things, so I won't need to transfer everything. Here's a little comparison between the old frame and the new one. First, I start by removing the vibration adhesive. Insert the vibration motor to the new frame. And at the bottom, let's put back in our charging dock. And don't forget the 3.5mm headphone jack. Then we can proceed by removing the battery adhesive so it's ready to be mounted into the new frame. It's important for the battery to have adhesive under it so it doesn't flop around when you use your phone. After placing in the battery, we can proceed by installing the front-facing camera. I would also suggest to put thermal paste so the copper heat pipe makes better contact with the GPU and CPU of the motherboard. Last but not least, the most important piece of them all. Insert the motherboard carefully so you don't damage any connectors. After you have inserted your motherboard, carefully insert back all of the flex connectors. And it's time for the final pieces. We have the wireless charging coil, the NFC antenna and also the bottom speaker. Screw in just a few screws so we can see if the screen works. Let's boot the device so we can see if the screen works. As you can see, the screen works and the touch works as well. So the screen is perfectly fine and the repair is successful. After we have tested, it's time to screw in all the screws. Some phones use different sets of screws, so you need to keep track of them in order to know which one goes where. As you saw, the rear glass of this phone was cracked, so we're gonna need to use a brand new one, which I have purchased from AliExpress, which cost me around $10 USD. I have also bought a brand new fingerprint sensor, which we're gonna use because the old one has a few scratches on it. Brand new glass for the rear cameras. This phone also was missing a SIM card tray, so I bought a brand new one to replace it. Let's start fixing the rear camera glass. Here's how the camera frame looks with the new glass installed. Before inserting the new replacement fingerprint sensor, I'm gonna test it on the phone to see if it even works. I have tested the new replacement fingerprint sensor, but it completely does not work, so I'm gonna have to use the old one. I'll insert some glue so it stays into place. Gently insert it into place so it can dry. And after that, insert the camera frame into the new back glass. Don't forget also to peel off the adhesive from the back glass cover. I would also add additional glue so it stays into place more securely. And just like that, the phone has been prepared and it's also ready for the final piece, the rear glass cover. And after that, you're going to have to wait for the adhesive to dry. You're going to have to wait around 10 to 24 hours for a complete dry of the adhesive. And it's ready. The LG G7 has been restored to almost brand new condition, with the exception of a few scratches. And for the final cost for fixing this device, it had cost me around $60, $15 for the device itself, $25 for the replacement screen, and $10 for the rear back glass cover, and $3 for the SIM card tray, $3 for the camera glass, and another $3 for the replacement fingerprint sensor. And to finish the final looks of this device and also to protect it, here is the case which I have bought for it. That's it. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe, share, like, and see you in the next video. Peace.